Hello and welcome everybody. This is Kristy here. Today I'm working on Kate in the Nest, and as you know she's coming to Perth and I'm going to all of her 5-day workshop, and I thought I would join in the project, but it might not be quite the same, but it is on the same lines of stitching, and it will be a bag, a tote bag, but I haven't written the words hope. So actually I was thinking I could write it in here. So I might get my pen and write it here. But hard when the fabric overlaps. But that's the challenge. I haven't got my iron on, so I can't rub it out at the moment, but there we go, hope. Okay, and I might just put another piece of fabric over the top of that now that I've thought about it. And I've got this here which I cut out the other day, and someone said, oh, why do you cut your embroideries out, blah blah blah. They probably mentioned it, but what this does, this gives you, all it is sheeting, and they've sewn on there with the machine. They've stitched it back over and made a shape all the way along. This is something you can do as well. Made a shape all the way along there, and then turned under the edge and just stitched. But isn't that lovely? That's all they've done. That's all it is. So I don't mind people asking, but I like to just do, I want to be able to use these pieces, and I'm not going to be using them if they're just sitting in the cupboard. All right. So I've got extra things. I think this one's pretty full, to be honest. I think I might need something here. And there's that bit up the top there. But this is nearly all stitched down. This was the star that came on the piece of the bag when I bought it, so I want to put it back in. I think I might just turn it round because I like that purple there next to that purple colour. And I'm just going to leave these blank for now. So I've stitched everything down on this piece. As you can see, there's the back work of all the stitches, and I've just used plain cotton. Nothing fancy, because you don't want to waste your cottons just for stitching it down. So this is the other piece that I've done. Might bring you up slightly. Oh, sorry about that. That might be a little bit better, because I can see the video, the iPad in my laptop, just to make sure I'm in the frame. So I've stitched these down as well. I've used that at the front as well as the back. I've turned down these, and not sure if I'll turn down that particular one there, maybe not, I don't know. And I've put a little bit of lacy tablecloth thing there, and this is all left open at the top. Not quite sure what I'm gonna, I haven't got any other bits and pieces, but I do have, actually. That's what the whole thing of me coming in here was, to show you Kate's little bag that I purchased. Let's get rid of those annoying threads. It's stuck to my finger now. That could go there. Or actually it might be better off over here, so I don't have this missing. But there is always room for improving where you want to place things. Sometimes I get stuck with my words. This is, well, this isn't the front, but the other one is the front. So I have to consider that I'd like to put some things on the front. So how about we just put the front on and see if we can place some items up here. I'd really like to use Kate's. That looks good there, but it is covering up some of the flowers. But the whole idea is just to place things down. But I do have the sides of my bag to do as well. So maybe they might be good on the side of my bag. I should have, this was just an afterthought. I should have thought about this before, because I've stitched everything down now. You know, if I don't like it, I can always just peel it off and stick it over the front if it's a bit too much. Oh, this is nice. Look at that. I wonder if that will go over the top of the bag or just under there. I don't have to have this big, do I? It's a hard one when you've got pretty stuff. You just don't really know where to put it. And oh, look there. Let's try and put this one on. Let's put this one on here. But that's the whole piece, isn't it? I didn't realise they were so lovely. That can't go up that way. I could snip into there and just have that piece. I hate snipping into things. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Now I have these sharp scissors, but I think I'll just use these. Try not to think about it when you're cutting, just cut. Because you'll just sit there and go, oh, I don't know how to cut that. This happens to me all the time. I can leave that there. So I'm going to take this, oh, actually I'm going to just leave that. I'll just leave it on there. I'm going to just fix up the top bit. So that can go there. That's a good little curve for that. And there's another piece that could go on the back or save it for another rainy day. This one would be hard to cut up, so I'm not going to cut this, I don't think. But if you cut it, then you get to use it more of it, don't you? Instead of in the big scheme of things. It's a bit worried. It's a bit not worrying. It's a little bit. Same with this. If you cut it, you get to use it more, and I think it sits better. So let's just do that. Let's just cut them in half, and let's just do this one because this is lovely, but I actually like it. in a smaller piece. Like I said, sometimes you just can't. If you like that bit, just go ahead and do it. So now I've got more pieces. I've got that one and I cut that one. I've got this one and I cut that one. I've got this one and I cut that one. So that actually makes me feel happy. And I could do the same for this. Let's just cut into here. So I actually have more pieces to play with, and I think it would work better. So I could put that there, couldn't I? Now I'm only auditioning these pieces. These aren't going to be a definite. Now I do want some leftover blanket to stitch into. Is there a smaller piece? No. Let's just cut. But actually, the flower's on this side. Don't throw that away because you never know. It might be just to fill in somewhere. So I have some more pieces. I'm going to leave the wonkiness because it's all about slow stitching and having fun. It's not all about making everything perfect. Perfect square, perfect circle. It's just about slow stitching, relaxing, enjoying your time. Slow stitching. Right, so I have more pieces. Not sure what I'm going to do up there. I'll put that there. That will join those two together. Fits perfectly, actually. Oh, that's right, I forgot my fabulous little, that can go on the other one. Do I have that over there? Yes, I do. So what's left is this, that, these little bits down the bottom. I'm going to leave them because that will give me, I can go in and do some plain stitching. Because if you want to cover everything, go for it. But I also love this type of thing where the, whatever that is, the doily or the tablecloth, excuse me, is showing. So let's fold that one over. Oops. Right. Oh, look, I forgot about that one. There you go. Don't know if they can put that on there. Forgot about that. No, I think that's enough. 3 is enough on that page. Not page, book. All right, I love this. I don't know what I want to do with this. I think I'm going to have that there. And again, I cut it so then I have more beautiful pieces to stitch with, stitch on. Do I bring it down closer? No, I like that there. You get the feel of it. You've got to feel where you want to put your pieces. Don't just, you can just slap it down. But then, I don't know, I get this feeling that, yes, it's nice, leave it. As your first instinct is, I like to place it there, put it in. Oh, there's my needle. But then other times where you just go, oh, I'm really not too sure, I don't know. I'm just going to cut that off a bit. So this is the other side, because it doesn't have hope, but there again, I could put the word hope in both sides, couldn't I? Let's see, I might stick it in here. Probably need to move it over, but that's just a guide. Oh, look. Perfect. That's going to go on the bag. A little dingle dangle. Now, what did I not have on that? What did I just take off this one here, didn't I? Do I cut it in threes? Maybe I'll cut this one in threes. Thirds, if that's what it is. I'm not very good with fractions. So let's just do that, if that's what I want to do. Stick with what I want to do, not just umming and ahhing. There we go. Now these pieces should really go up that way, shouldn't they? Don't know if I'm going to have a lot of, there's a lot of blank spaces here. Now I've got to remember the seam allowance goes down there. If I don't use all these pieces on here, I'm not worried. Careful that the beads are coming off. I just actually put that one in the bin accidentally, so I've got to remember to try and sew that down so they don't all come off. There. Will that go on the front? Well, they're both the front, aren't they? They are both the front. If I have half and half, maybe I'll just put it on the other side. Then they both can go on. Oops, there goes another bead. Ow, stuck my skin in the pin. I like that. Don't think about it too much, just fold it up. Because when you start thinking about, oh, I don't know if I like that there, and oh, it just is annoying to me. Very annoying. Then I get undecided, which is not what I want. This one, I don't know, I'm finding it a bit tricky. I am, maybe because I just need a few extra doily pieces, I think. Because down the bottom here is a bit blank, but I don't want to put all those special things down the bottom. I definitely want to leave that there because that's from the other side. I'm trying to do the shape, so the shape goes in this part here, and it doesn't have to be straight up and down. I've got to learn to, you know, put them sideways. There's the pink there. No, that's not going to Where's the rest of my things? There. And that. So I've cut that one, that's right, I cut that in half, so that's on there. Now I've just got to put this one in here somewhere. I still think I like it here. Not sure about the fabric. I'll just turn over the, I'll leave that one there. Do I like that there? It's a bit big. I think that works better there. Just make that decision. Or I could have it up here. So there's 3 of them in a row. I've got to put some other, oh, I've got to put my thing on. This side is definitely challenging for me. It's being challenged. I like it that there. I just don't know where to put the other thing. All right. Let's pack that one up. Oh, there's more on my lap. I wonder where they went. I wondered where they went. See, straight away I like that. I like that there. Oops. I love all this bit of stuff as well. I think I've got to put some of that on the first bag. I like that there. I think that's it. I've only got this little piece, but to be honest, I don't know if I want any more. I want to do some, yeah, I think that'll do. So put that back in the bag. I like to put my pins away because I get them everywhere. Right. Did we have a piece of this on here? Or can we have a piece of that on there, I should say? Might be able to unpick that. Not sure. If you're not sure, I'll just put it away. Something might come about later on. All right, so let's just do a little bit of stitching. I've only got a, oh, I wanted to show you that I might do any stitching on this one today. I was thinking that I wanted to show you my pieces for the gusset. So I'm going to use vintage sheets for the gusset. Oh, I think that's a spare. I'm actually not sure now. I've mixed them all up. And I have to figure out, I might need to cut some more because I've gone a little bit crooked. So that's 1, 2, one's the base, I think that's the bottom, these 2 are the sides. So there's 2 sides. Oh, I forgot that flower. I'm sure I'll fit that in somewhere. What did I say? I think that's the bottom, and the pinks, these 2 I think, or shall I have, I just cut it. These 2 are nearly the same. I'll save this piece for something else. I might be able to put that inside as a pocket. I like that. I think it's pretty. So let's measure. Those 2 are the same. And this one is longer, so that must be, yep. Those 2 are the sides. And this one is the bottom. Now the thing is, what am I going to use? Oh, I think I'll use this. Now I have knotted this up somehow, and I have used it before. Let's just untangle it a little bit. And I'll find one of those plastic things to put it on. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use it as is. I'm not going to cut it down, and I'm going to use this big needle here. I think it's a chenille needle. I don't know what number it is. And I have about 6 minutes or so left because I have I'm going out to go to the movies, and I'm going to go and see, oops, sorry, I banged you. I'm going to go and see the Neil Diamond movie. You could thread paint this, but I think I'm just going to canter stitch the whole way along. That will just be, oh, let's just not do that close, that edge. All right, let me get my ruler and my pen, and I'm going to draw a 1/4 of an inch. I suppose it doesn't really matter, does it? The sewing machine will just sew it down. Yeah, let's just leave it at that. When the sewing machine, when I do it on the sewing machine, it'll just sew all the way, won't it? Now I could canter stitch. I don't know which direction I want to go in, whether it'd be easy to go up and down or across, but I think I'm going to go across. Though saying that, this way is the shorter way. And it could be the quickest way. If I run out of this fabric, this cotton, I'm not worried. I'll just go and find something else to stitch with. As long as it's got the general colour scheme to match, I'm okay with that. I just think sometimes, you know what, I just got to use up my threads, and I'm not doing it because you seem to be always cutting down, and I'm rethreading again, cutting down the threads from 6 layers to, you know, 2 or 3, which is fine. That's what you want to do. This will be a good time to stitch this in front of the TV. I'm just having a bit of a think. Maybe I will cut this down to 3. But it looks better chunky. Yeah, I like it chunkier. This is what happens when my brain overthinks. I procrastinate and I don't get it done. I'm sure there's other people out there like me. Oh, now I also have a little, I was going to call it a thing, but it's not a thing. It is a stitch holder, a holder that goes on your table, and it holds your work. See, I'm trying to push my fabric apart or hold it with my 2 fingers, because if you don't, it will sort of, you know, it sort of goes like this. You can't stitch very well. But this thing that I have, I've got a croaky voice today. It holds it there, and you can hold it taut. That holds it there, and then you can hold this without having to hold it with 2 fingers. Now, what am I going to do? I think I might just go over it like this, and then when the sewing machine comes down, it will just sew over the top of it and lock it in. Maybe that's what I'll do. Now, you don't want your stitching too far apart. I may have them too far apart this way. If so, I'll just come back in with some other stitches. I might only just use this one piece on here, and then I can use, say, a purple on one of the other colours, or actually I'll use yellow on this one, and I might use a green on this, because this is already have this that already has pink. So what I'm going to do is just come up, actually, pardon me, and that was my tummy, and just do count the stitching all the way along. I like to put lots on my needle and just pull it out. And if you come up at the top at the end, just go down and start again. You don't want to be cutting it off, just because, you know, it's not going in the right direction. You just change it in the direction you want it to go. See, there we go. Now, since this is the bottom, I'm liking it this way. And I will be putting a lining in my bag. I just don't know what. So there wasn't much stitching today. It was just basically organising my bag for Kate's gift, Kate's product, bag that I bought from her. I don't know if she's got any left. Now see, that's because I've pulled that too tight. I need to just go back in, stretch it out like that. See, and it's gone already. I wonder how far this one will go. I'll work out how far this is going to go, and if it's not going to go far enough, then I will take out, I'll just undo it, won't take long, and do the 3 threads. I think I'll be about here, so it's 1, 2, I think I'll have enough. All right, I'm going to leave it there with you. I'm going to showcase my hope bag, and I hope you like it. I should have I didn't put the flower on, did I? Maybe it will go on the other side, or I could put it on the side of the bag. That would be a nice thing to do, because I love that fabric. No, I know exactly what I'm going to do with this. I'm going to turn this into a pouch and put it inside the bag. There you go. And I'll probably use up the rest of these. Let's just audition this quickly. Maybe that needs to be cut in half. I don't know if I like all the thing, but I do like the fact that there's 3 of them on there. And I'm going to cut this in half. That's better. Just put a pin in there. I'll get some other fabric, calico, and put on the back of that. Oh, it's sticky. Not sticky, it's what do you call that? The threads just want to sort of catch your fingers. All right. I want to thank you very much for watching, and like and subscribe, and put your notifications bell on. I always forget to say that. And I'll see you next time.